Hey everybody, what's up? How you doing? It's Wednesday. Beer Therapy Day. What's up?
Johnny with a little shovel there. I like it. Hey everybody in the chat.
What's up?
Good evening.
Live chat. Okay.
Hey Pete, I tried to get on. I saw you going live. I tried to get on, but my internet was not wanting to behave. So I gave it the old college try with the old shitty modern day internet from a satellite.
Oh man. All right. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Pete? What's up, Chris? James, Donald. What's up?
How's everyone's week going?
My week's been pretty good. I mean, this is the first week of real school since last week was only like 2 days, and then they closed down for the hurricane and shit like that. So this is like the first week of actual full school schedule. So it's good. My kids are doing well, and everything is good. Nothing crazy going on at the school. No like COVID notices or anything like that. So we're very thankful for that. And all the teachers are vaccinated in my school because I think the principal just assured everybody, and that's how it's going to be. So it's they really take it seriously over there, and everybody wears them. He tell all the staff, because they're little kids. They're from kindergarten to second grade. So it's like they do everything, the distance, the masks, everything. Like they really care about the kids. So they want to make sure. Yeah.
Good for them. Donald, I have no doubt you could have run it from Jersey all the way to my house. Chris, thank you, brother. Edward, Eric Kennedy, how you doing? Stephen from Old Ireland, how are you doing, brother? I hope your son, and you have more than one son, right? I hope your children are well. James Pershing, I couldn't give a fuck about you, sir. Daniel, good to see you. Are the peasants at the bottom? Eric wants to know how the peasants are there, Lord Grooms.
Oh,
at the bottom of the hill.
Everybody at the bottom has all their belongings out on the curb. Us Highlanders here, we don't have that problem.
No.
It's just
and the peasants would probably come steal from you if you did, because you've got higher quality trash than they do.
I guess. You know what though? Like I've been thinking about putting out some bulk garbage, because the town's just taking it now free of charge. And I was like, I got some stuff I could still get rid of. Just toss it out there and hose it down or something. Just make it,
Oh, fuck. Gentleman Prime. All right, I'm gonna pick this bone live, Waltimus. All right.
Okay.
So check this chat. All right.
Okay.
Check out. So Walt is in a group chat I'm in, right? You know when you're in a group chat and someone reads the chat message, it says, seen by Waltimus Prime. I'm not giving him Gentleman Prime. So there's a group of us, and he keeps seeing the fucking messages and seeing them, and we already have someone else in the chat already that we call like the lurker, because it's always look but no talk, right? Well, then Walt comes out and says, "Hey guys, I'm sorry, I have 2 monitors and I'm editing a video, so I keep seeing it, but I'm not really reading the group chat. It's just like because my other monitor's up. So, motherfucker, you got 2 monitors and you're gonna try and say that that's a handicap? You can't do it with double the monitor space? Go play that shit somewhere. Go tell Sheldon about it, because I'm not buying that shit, Waltimus. That is crap."
Yeah, like he's reading them, but he's not responding to them. Yeah.
I don't even know that he's reading them. I think they're just registering he's reading them.
Oh yeah, because he has it open. He's not even looking at it. And it's just okay. I got you. Yeah, I do the same thing sometimes. Sometimes I do the same thing, and sometimes I read it and I just don't respond because I just I have nothing to add to the conversation. But you would at least acknowledge you read them by double tapping on something just to say you like it. You know what I mean? Just give a little.
Yeah.
You gotta give a little.
It was just because usually he'll do that. But there was just like this string for like a time. It was real busy in the chat, and it was just read by, or seen by. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? So anyway, Big Vato, orale! Copper John in the house. Good to see you, sir. All right.
So yeah, Copper. What's up, Tyson? How you doing, Tyson? That wash, that Copper John's wash. I used it today, and man, some foamy stuff, man. It like gives you full suds. It's good stuff.
I'm just very happy to say, Tyson doing his thing. Gary was our live the last time we did it. I saw him in the CMU. Gary doing his thing. I'm just happy those two men are, back to normal or close to normal. Very thankful for them both. Getting out of that situation. Just good to see him around. Two dudes. Hey, Grumpy Rob, good to see you, my brother. Izzy, how you doing, brother?
It's amazing, like how like how good that Tyson and Gary were able to fight that off. There was a young kid just recently, like yesterday. He was doing his TikTok thing. He was doing his updates. He was like in the hospital. They got me 50 liters of oxygen being pumped into my face. And his mom was in a couple of rooms down. She didn't make it. He was like, oh, I'm going to beat this thing. I'm going to beat this thing. And he did not. And that was it, And it was hard. It was gut wrenching, heartbreaking just watching this kid because he's a kid. He's like maybe a little bit younger than me. And, he's talking, he's giving everybody an update. Oh, I'm doing stronger. I can breathe a little harder, whatever. And then it was just like, gone. Just like that. It's crazy. Like it's crazy. So like when I see that and I'm like, man, like Gary was like in that bad of a shape, just as bad as that kid. And, he made it, it's like, it's so hit and miss, so hit or miss.
Yeah. Josh Ricks. My homage to Josh Ricks. Just a moment, please.
Wait, what? Are you frozen?
So my homage to Josh Ricks. Eastside Chris, good to see you, sir. Oh! It took a second, Johnny.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Healthy Spirits in the house. That son of a gun. He's got this whole taco thing going on the CMU. Everyone with the fucking taco icon. Holy shit, there's tacos galore on the CMU. And you know what? I hate to tell you guys this, but Jay's Honduran. Honduras doesn't know from a fucking taco. Come on now.
Yeah.
Know your country's cuisine.
What's the Honduran cuisine? What do they eat over there?
Something not as good as tacos.
They don't have tacos. It's not arepas, right? No.
That hasn't made the transition over here yet.
I don't know. Is Jay actually? Jay, what do they eat? What do they eat in Honduras? Pupusas? No.
No, I've seen Honduran food before, and none of it strikes me as familiar. So maybe in like certain areas where there might be a Honduran population, people might know it, but it's not like nationally spread.
Yeah, that's why I said pupusas.
Yeah,
pupusas. We had a family friend that used to make pupusas from scratch, and I would sit down and just eat like them by the stack. She wouldn't fill them with anything. Usually, like you can get them filled with like chicken or beef or whatever, or rice and stuff like that. But she would just make the dough, not fill it with anything, and then serve it to me on a plate with butter. And I would just a carb city. My God, I put so much weight on that summer. It was insane. But she was watching me. I was a little kid. My mother, and so like I put so much weight that summer, but it was so good. And nobody else can make it. Even her daughters, they tried to make it like her, and they couldn't do it. They did not make it the same way. It did not taste good. So when she passed away, that recipe, the way she made it, that went with her, and that's it. It's gone forever. Like,
it's rare that the child can mimic unless they've been sitting there putting in the hours, like when they were little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're not putting in the hours, they're not going to get all those touches.
Even when I go in to try to get one from a a restaurant, like a special, like a Colombian bakery or a Spanish food bakery or something like that, like it does not taste as good, and it's like drier. Like hers were they were thick and not dry, and it would they were really freaking good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Johnny, whenever I eat pupusa, I like it to be not dry, and I'm okay with thick. I don't usually smother it in butter though. I don't need the butter, but hey,
you never know. You
whatever.
never know. You melt it down. You get it to room temperature. You get that silicone little brush. You know.
Yeah. I mean, butter is. I mean, the whole reason we have baked potatoes and toast. That's my argument. Just as a vehicle for the damn butter. So you might be right, John. Maybe I could try that one of these.
And there he goes. Damn. Oh man. Are you all trying to say there are zero tacos in Honduras? I don't know, James. I don't know. I'm just talking like what's the popular food in Honduras? I'm pretty sure there's like, a variant of taco. I'm not Honduran, so I don't know. Joe will be back. You know how his connection is, so it just comes and goes. It's like a hiccup. I wouldn't be able to answer that question, but Daniel, he asked a question earlier about brownies and how long do they stay in the container. And I think if they're in the container, if brownies are in the container, if you didn't open them at all and they're still sealed in that original container, I don't know. I think they would last at least a week or two past the expiration date. As long as they don't get new air in there. I don't know. It's just
new air.
New air. It's like trapped, sealed air. Well, it's not airtight in those, is it? I don't know.
Right. I just like that phrasing, new air.
New air. Yeah.
New air sounds like it would be a good thing, but maybe not when you're talking about good.
Right. I mean, we just noticed today that we went to the fridge and my wife is like, "You bought expired yogurt," and I was like, "No, I didn't." I said, "I just went to the store yesterday," and she goes, "Did you check the date?" And I said, "Obviously not, because you're telling me it's expired, and it was expired in August." So I said, "Well, how long ago was August?" My wife was like, "Well, at least a couple of weeks," and I'm like, "Is it still good?" She goes, "I don't know. It's yogurt." So she started eating it, and I guess we'll know if she has any stomach pains later. But I threw the other one away.
Yeah, but those dates on dairy, I think on anything, those are just shots in the dark. They don't really know. They're just like, probably by this time.
That's what I heard.
They don't really know. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's like jumping through an FDA hoop. They have to do something for the FDA. They have to jump through that hoop and throw a date on there to inform the public. But really, it could be good for another week, 10 days. You never know. Or it could go bad before the date even comes up. We've all had that happen.
This is true. Just like Trader Joe's, right? Trader Joe's, nice store. They have all the they have trendy stuff. They have their own brands and everything like that. And they make these really good bagels. They make these like they're awesome bagels. And we bought a pack. And before I got down to the last 4, there was green fuzz all over them.
Yeah.
I said, man, next time we get these, we got to freeze them and then thaw one out at a time. Who has time for that? So I said we'd have to eat them faster, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like money wasted.
I find that with certain kinds of produce, like particularly shredded lettuce, because I do a lot of homemade tacos, and sometimes shredded lettuce is great. And sometimes you get, we're doing all the pickup stuff from Walmart, and they must have blind order pickers or whatever, but I'll get it, and it's already going brown inside the package, and it's still supposed to be.
Because they don't care. Those guys don't care. They'll give you E. coli ridden, romaine right from the right from the recall list. They'll give it to you. Those guys suck.
Jay Cruz, you do not ask Johnny if you can have my coin. You ask me if you have my coin, and you know what the answer already is. I hate when I buy it at stuff. Yeah, yes, and I showed it to you, James. It is the V8 beer. I've got 2 left. After I get this one, it will be 1. I've managed to nurse it that long. You should get fills every day, says Donald Long, because you live in Jersey. None of that.
Yeah. There's a lot of bagel shops. I don't got time for that. Maybe I do. I don't know. I'll try.
You got time to get that fucking green ass thing that you get from Dunkin' or whatever the hell it is.
Oh, the matcha tea. Yeah. What's awesome? Yeah, that there's a brand new drive-through Dunkin' like right down the road from my house now. Brand spanking new. I was like, yes. The flood didn't take it away. It was. What's funny? Talking about the flood. And my town's the town of Manville, right? So Main Street has never been like the jewel of Jersey. It's been like it, if you were to put it in like it would be like just regular stone if you were gonna put it on the grade of gems. It wouldn't even be on the precious scale. Like it'd be So there were a lot of massage parlors on my main street. A lot of. When I say a lot, I mean 4. That's a lot for one road, for one block. That's a lot. And and barbershops and salons and all that stuff and things like that. Nothing really like cool. There was like one bar. That's it. Nothing really like nothing cool and nice and trendy like you would go to a real main street and they'll have like a whole bunch of different things and it'd be a nice experience. Like you can go out for the night, walk on the street, hit different bars, go to different restaurants. Not in my main street. My main street is all like rub and tug places. So anyway, I feel like God sent us this flood like he did in the days of old to wash away all the filth. Because when you go down to the main street now, all the businesses that were destroyed were the evil ones. The massage parlors. The used car lot.
Parlor is evil.
The used car lot. They run prostitution out of there. The used car lot, which are they're selling used cars. They're evil.
Yeah.
So it was a cleansing. Eastside Chris is right. That's right. It was a biblical sign. It was a cleansing. Wiped away all the filth. All those businesses are destroyed. So now we have this prime opportunity to rise from the ashes and rebuild proper businesses. And what I'm saying, like even the full nude strip club got wiped away also. So that tells you something right there. Yeah.
That's the only strip club I would go to is a full nude. I don't want to go to just because I could drink liquor, one where they keep their bikini bottoms on. Fuck that.
Right. So that got wiped away.
Yeah.
And like I'm saying, like it hit me today as I was driving to Main Street. It was like a bolt of lightning. It was like a thought just hit me. I was like, oh my god! I said, all this filth got like taken out of my town, and now like I feel like I don't have to move. I feel like I can stay where I am, and I can watch them rebuild, and maybe we can come out better. Like this town could be better. You know what I mean?
If I win the lottery. If I win the lottery, I'm opening up a rub and tug as well as like a fucking meth shop or something right next door to you. The closest city ordinance where I could have a business to the groom's household, I'm opening the most borderline legal businesses right next to your ass. You rat bastard. There's nothing wrong with sex. Rub and tug, prostitution. Hey, some guys don't have the required game to get laid. That's why they have artificial pussies at the adult store, all right? And blow-up dolls and all that shit.
And he's gone again. Oh, man. Jay, you know what I'm talking about because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even, where you live, there's places on the way to your town. Vote for me or I'll cut you. Yeah. It's I feel like this town has a second chance now. They can rebuild and make it better, and I don't have to move out. Because I was thinking, I was like, when my children get older, I'm gonna have to leave. I have to sell this house and go to somewhere else because this town is not that it's not that great. And now that I feel like all these places have been destroyed, I feel like if they rebuild and they make it proper, I wouldn't have to sell my house, and I could. Like my kids will be okay growing up here. Yeah. What do you?
Maybe you should have looked at a better fucking town before you moved in.
You're right. You're right, and that's my bad. But everything happens for a reason. I move here. I live in the Highlands. Yeah. Everything, all the filth got washed away, and now the town has a chance to rebuild.
You're really embracing this aristocrat role.
Hey. I don't know what to tell you. Man. I mean, I calls it as I sees it.
All right, Johnny, we're 20 minutes in. Let's get to the business at hand. All right.
Okay.
Let's JG, please share my comment with Joe. What his comment was coin worthy. Hold on. Man, that's flooded a good amount of that area. Would make a great story to share how it went down. Wish I knew a published author. Okay, let's see. This is just some, because I'm a published author and I have told a few guys this. My balls get busted mercifully by it because I'm not a real author. Yeah, okay. And no, Jay, that's not coin worthy. Not even peso worthy, or whatever random useless metal money they have in Honduras. Whatever that money is, it's not even that worthy. All right, so don't even try begging for the coin.
What do they have down there? Is it the peso? It's not the peso, right?
They have the CMU coin. It's called the CMU.
It's got Jay's face on it with his beard, like.
It's got Jay's face on one side and a can of Bustelo on the back. even though Bustelo is Caribbean.
Yeah.
And Honduras is known for coffee. Jay's know wild about Honduras.
He said they got the Kindle. Price just went up.
They got a Kindle price just went up.
Nice.
All right. So I was just letting you have your drink.
Okay.
There's no easy or fun way to do this. But Johnny and I have decided that this is definitely going to be the last episode of Beard Therapy. Many reasons for it, but more than anything, it's the right time for both of us. Life would probably force our hand pretty soon here because Johnny has to go back to work, and he's probably looking for evening work. I don't know what the brand new job, although jobs are pretty plentiful. I don't know that he could go and from Wednesday night, 8:30 to 10:30. I'm not working.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. It's it's gonna. Yeah, good.
I was just gonna say, but it's just we talked about it, and it was like, I don't know. I've kind of retracted. Well, not kind of. I've very much retracted from the beard community because of all the recent shit. I know Johnny has done some pullback as well. A lot of guys have done pullback or just completely left, and that same, the camaraderie of the entirety of the beard community just doesn't feel the same, and it's just hard, I think, to fake it, and I don't want to fake it. And we're both kind of in this boat where the passion isn't the same as it was 2 years ago, and we thought about either ways or angles we could take the show that would rekindle it or whatever, and we didn't have any answers. And when we didn't have any answers, I think we both decided that there was a good time to quit and call it on our terms rather than having to. Johnny, whatever you want to say?
Yeah. It's like pretty soon, like it will happen eventually. I do have to go back to work. And the only way I can work right now with my life schedule is something overnight. So I'm in the process now of contacting companies. People are contacting me back. I'm going into interviews, things like that. So just the right offer has to come along, and once it comes along, it's like I'll be starting work like that. So it's like it's gonna happen, unfortunately. And yeah, like Joe was saying, like it's just not it doesn't feel the same as it did when we first started doing it, and while we were in our really getting in there, it took a couple days to think about it like what can we do, and I just feel like I've ran out of things to talk about and things like that, and it's just like it feels more of like a stressful reach to keep going on and and making things happen and stuff like that. It's just it feels different. Like it definitely feels different. It feels more like a struggle than to just come on and talk and stuff like that. It's a good time to end it. We're ending it on our terms. Nothing's like forcing the hand right now. We're just Going out on our terms. That's it.
Eastside Chris, going back to work, he asked you. You said the Rub and Tug place is flooded. Oh, Eastside Chris, why would you make a coin-worthy statement on the night of our last show? And but Johnny sent in the coin, so who knows when you get it in. Donald, what the fuck? What the hell are we doing today, 30 Wednesday? I'm not spending time with my wife, damn it. I know, boys. I know. But to all of our faithful, and you're all in here, all you guys that are coming week in, week out, honestly, it would be disrespecting you to keep the show going for the purposes of just keeping the show going, because you can see through it. You'd be like, "Fuck, they're kind of sucking lately." What, you know?
Yeah.
If we were there, and we aren't there, we aren't to where we used to be. It makes me think of MASH as my favorite all-time show, and you know, MASH was about the Korean War, and they were still at the top of the ratings, which I'm not claiming we are. They were still at the top of the ratings, and they're like, "Fuck it, the Korean War's over. Let's call it a day." So they got to choose, and there's too many shows that we know of that just go on, and you're like, hey, maybe they should have ended 2 years ago. So we kind of didn't. We did not want to do that and like stay past our prime or past our welcome, what have you. So it really sucks. It's going to leave a hole in me at least. But Dan, guys, if you've been around 2-3 years like some of us have, it's just not the same place. And I think that trickles into at least to our guys that are hosting this thing's psyche. We're trying to do the show.
Yeah. And it's like you don't want to force doing it and then, you know, not being genuine, you know, because I can't not be like I can't fake things, you know, like I am how I am, like on the surface. Like I can't really, I'm horrible at lies, you know. I forget stories that I say to people, you know, and things like that. So like I'll be like, you know, I can't fake it, you know. If I'm having a good time, you know, and I don't feel it, then it's gonna show, and then it's gonna be like we just spent an hour walking in circles, and like, you know, it's just it's just how it is, you know.
Couple comments. Russ Young, fear of a bearded live is like 5 real years. So we almost got matched. We have about 10 beard years of beard therapy. So we're close to Mash's run. Brett Berlin, thank you very much. Eric Kennedy says what he hears is I didn't get my coin, so we're shutting therapy down. Really, I could go for years talking shit about Eric Kennedy and him talking it right back, but at some point that's going to get old if it hasn't already. But since I've got one more chance, fuck you, Eric. Gentleman Prime says this just says we have the best show on YouTube. Oh, Walt. I'm going to let that one go because I started busting your balls early. I agree, Rob. There's some nice men, some good stuff there.
Oh,
He said he faked an orgasm once. What was his name, James?
How?
James, fuck them. They don't love us. Can't fake the funk. That's exactly right. You cannot fake the funk.
And I mean, like, I'm still gonna do the as of now, I'm still gonna do the Friday lives as long as I can, but the table talk, you know. But eventually, like when I do have to go back to work, you know, I will be like off all nightly lives. Russ, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna wither away and die. I don't know. No, I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe I'm still gonna do the gaming stuff and all that, but like it's just gonna be like different times. It's not gonna be the same thing, you know. It's like, and that's random. Like when I game, like I don't really and maybe I'm gonna be doing like an hour of grooming during the middle of the day or something like that, like I did today. Did I do that today? That was today. Yeah, that was today. Earlier today, I went live on my channel and I just did grooming and stuff like that. But as far as like a show, like, you know, at night, once I start working, that's it. You know, like I'm not available to do it. You know, I wouldn't be available to do it. So, and like me going back to work is like, you know, fortunately, I love you all and really appreciate all the energy and everything from everybody, but that's more important. You know, I gotta go. You know.
Brian, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you to say. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, it got us through the first year of COVID, which was a lot of fun. Snook, I'm gonna do my film shit, and I always said when therapy was done, I was pretty much done in the beer community. I'm already pretty much done. I mean, I did a couple flash reviews recently because of some products I was excited to get, but yeah, I'm just gonna kind of fade back and comment occasionally and do my film shit, and this, to me, this community hasn't been the same for close to 6 to 8 months. It's been on a slow, I don't want to say decline, because not all of it has been a decline, but it is definitely metamorphosis for not the better, and so, and all the people that I like and all the guys that I was doing stuff, whether it's because of my fucking internet, or the fact that they just pulled out the game, hey, it's cyclical. The other dudes coming on here, there'll be other dudes doing reviews.
Oh yeah. Don't. Yeah, they're
the only constant. Dancy and Matt Nobia Spirited. Those are the constants.
Yeah. But you have Jay doing his thing. You know, got a good solid audience, like 60 to 70 plus every show.
Yes.
You got Friday nights, Thursday nights. Kyle and Joe doing their thing. Oop, hold on. That wasn't me clapping. I was trying to get a bug. There's still shows out there, I'm not.
Brian makes a good point. Yes, Brian's been very consistent over a few years too. True.
Yeah.
No, I would delete the IG, Russ. I've made you, and that's the good thing. I've made a lot of relationships that I want to keep, and IG is the easiest way to keep them. It's just the activity on the IG for me outside of film bit stuff and looking at other people's stuff is pretty much done, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere, like as far as like my channel and Instagram. Well, that's my Instagram. I haven't had any other Instagram ever. Like that's the only one I have. I had one for my vaping stuff, but like I lost the login information for that. At the height of it, it was like 800 followers.
Surprise!
And I had a lot of like vape stuff on there, a lot of vape content, and photos I did for companies and stuff like that, and promo work and everything. But other than that, my Instagram is mine. That's the one that I started with like years ago. So that's not going anywhere. My channel is still going to be my channel. It's still going to be the same thing. Reviewing when I can and playing video games when I can, going live and grooming I'm going to try to do it once a week. I'm going to try and do that once a week during the day. After I drop off the kids at school, I got some time. I got a couple of hours. I may pop on there, shave my head, talk about whatever products I'm using at the time, whatever, that's pretty much it, It's just like, it's the night stuff for me that may go away.
Yeah. The night stuff indeed is the right.
What the hell? You passed me by.
Oh, thank you, Russ. Good night, Brian. And I'm glad to hear karaoke is coming back.
Wait, what did I do?
Thank you, Brett.
What did I do? What did I pass? What did I pass you by, Chris? What are you talking about, Chris?
Eric Kennedy, well, went from Johnny Grooms to Johnny's, fucking three-ring circus. So to say that Johnny wouldn't change it to Johnny Rubbin' Tugs, what the fuck? Why not? You might see it one of these days.
It's illegal.
If the fence comes back to Maytown or whatever the hell it's called.
Manville. It's Manville. Manville. Oh, that's right. Chris does a live on Tuesdays. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll highlight it.
You're some hot water now. You're some hot water now.
He made me cut myself today. That's funny.
Look at that. Waltimus says he loves Johnny's gaming.
Oh man.
Well, Gary Lewis, that's why we're quitting for fucking wishy-washy support like that, you bastard.
Unbelievable.
Go back to the hospital. That's how you're going to be.
Oh, shit.
Hey, it's the last episode. I don't have to guard shit. What's he going to do? Get out of here next week? Gary knows I josh.
You're right, James.
Very happy that he did remember to come on here.
You don't want to, James, because what do I call them? The providers of said rub and tug are not attractive. I see them coming in and out of there.
That's too bad, Gary. Was it a result of the COVID or just something that's happened, naturally? Because I know the COVID can go after the heart. I hope you stay out of it this time. I hope you stay out of the hospital. They can just handle appointments and shit and tests.
Oh my goodness! Oh no.
So
well,
but keep, and yes, Gary, this is the last episode. But keep me updated. I know you have an Instagram again. I just don't know what it is. Everyone looks the same in the dark, Johnny. Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know.
So if you're in Thailand, be very careful. Or Brazil.
I just don't go to Thailand. Just don't go to don't go to Bangkok.
Yeah. I am telling you, okay. If the wife dies first, I am going on one of the sex tours. I'm going on an all Asia sex tour because I like Asian women of all stripes and colors. And I will hit Thailand.
Oh my god.
That's a bad take care of that. Okay. Care of that.
Figure by now, like things like the heart and the lungs, like they it should be replaceable by machine by now. I mean, we're in the future.
Gary's too damn ornery for anything bad to happen. Trust me. He is an ornery son of a bitch. He'll fight it down and he'll keep going. The ornery prick.
If they had it, people won't get it. If they had bionic parts, people won't get it because they'll think they're tracking them. But everyone has a cell phone, so yeah. They're tracking me with my heart. Sorry.
Well, too many things come to mind. I will not be on 90 Day Fiancé. Although I have seen some chicks I would bone and then say, no, I don't want to be with you. You wacky European bitch. You wacky African bitch. Where are they from? There are some decent-looking women on that show, and there's some real hags. So, But, I'm one to talk.
Well, you know what? That big Ed guy, that big Ed guy with the guy with no neck, and that's an actual condition because I have a friend that he has no neck, like legit has no neck. He like this. He walks around like this, and I forget the name of the condition, but the girl he was with, Rose, I think her name is Rose or Rosa. She was she's actually kind of attractive. Yeah. But if I was him in that situation, I wouldn't have picked her. I wouldn't have picked her. He went over to her home area, like her country where she lives and everything like that. And he was kind of a dick and everything like that. But I don't know. She just didn't look like her whole situation. I don't know. I wouldn't marry someone in that situation. Like her whole deal, like the whole package, everything. Yeah, she was a nice person. She was okay. She's attractive. But just the whole thing, I don't know. I wouldn't go to third world country to find a wife. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this just.
Yeah. That's why you go on the sex tour. You don't go for a permanent relationship. None of those things are going to be permanent. A semi-permanent relationship at best. Go visit the sex tour. Make sure they've got documentation for the AIDS and other creepy crawlies. Have a good damn time. I've got no problem. I mean, my 20s and 30s, this was different. But in my 50s, if I want to pay for sex because I want to check a box I haven't ever been able to check, I damn sure will earn the money to pay for it. Give me that. That's what I want. That's my dying wish.
How bad water would I get? Now, how bad is it? I just said like I wouldn't like marry someone from a third world. I don't know. Is that bad? Am I a douche? Am I an asshole?
No, it's not. No, maybe. It's not like you're taking shots at them. There's just a lot of hoop jumping. I mean, if you're gonna marry someone, go to a place where it's less hoop jumping. Is what I interpret.
Yeah, like maybe like I don't know, a citizen. Like I don't know, maybe. At least
you got to do all that bureaucratic shit to get a country.
Yeah, you got to do all the sponsoring and the paying and the fees. Yeah, and immigration may take her, may not take her. ICE may get her. Like I don't deal with all that crap.
Hey, if she's a big enough, you know what? You might be the one calling immigration. That's all I got to say about that right there. Get that headache off your ass. That's why you just do a tour, 3 drops done. Here are your pesos. Thank you. Goodbye. Plane ride X City. That's how I'm doing it. All right, here you go. Have some yen. Thank you. Goodbye. No attachment. None of that bullshit. Have money. We'll travel.
Yeah, like a 20 here is like I don't know, some odd thousand over there. She could live great. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. We could live like kings in Honduras and send Big Cruise photos. Sure I'd be getting instant DMs of photos if I went on the Honduras sex tour. Although that's scary just to think about the Honduras sex tour. I don't know.
You may end up in a barrel, in a freaking barrel because they think you have money or something. I don't know.
American countries don't play.
Yeah, do they have cartels in that? Is that just Mexico? Do they have cartels in Honduras? I don't know.
Those countries like El Salvador and Guatemala, that's where the worst gangs have been coming up for the last few decades. Like the
MK. I wouldn't set foot in any one of those countries.
No,
you couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to go into any one of those countries right now, like ever.
Costa Rica is good, and Belize, because it usually British, is pretty chill. Mexico is good, except for the big drug cartel areas. But the rest of those, that's a dice roll. That's a dice roll for me. Yeah, so I'm going to a place where it's less of a dice roll.
I want to come back in one piece. I don't want to be missing like a couple of fingers or a limb or something like that,
Gary Lewis, I told my wife this. I never say shit on air that my wife could stumble into because I don't want to get in trouble. I told my wife, I said, just so you know, you need to die second because I am going to do some heinous shit if you die first, all right? I want you to know that right now. So she knows. She knows what I'm all about. She knows what she married.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, like if I were to have my way, I would want my wife to go first, right? And then I was thinking about like there's no, or like I would go first, or no, I would like to go first because I don't want to deal with the heartbreak and all that stuff, right? But there's no good scenario to that at all. There's no like happy scenario. It's like you go, and then like everyone's left behind to like, you don't know if they're gonna be okay, because you're not there. And then if your wife goes, then she goes, and then you'd have to deal with all that heartbreak. There's no good side to that at all. Like there's none, Oh man. Well, it makes me question like. It makes me question, like, should I ever have gotten married and started a family? Because, like, I think about that a lot. Like, if one of us happens to go in like a car accident or something like that, like, what's the next steps? Like, I gotta start. I'm starting to plan for these next steps for these tragedies that happen because, like, I don't know. It's just like I have this need to be prepared for something like that, and it's a stress that weighs on me,
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I came to that a little older than you did. Like I didn't start worrying about that until recently and getting my ducks in a row. If I want to go first because I will grieve like a motherfucker if my wife goes first. I will be a wreck.
Yeah, I'll be destroyed.
But B, I'm the breadwinner. So I can financially set her and the kids up better if I go versus where she goes and I'm a wreck. Me going first, I think is, if we're being practical and real, me going first is best for everyone because they'll grieve, but at least there'll be some money sitting there for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess same thing for me too. Yeah. Because I my parents convinced me to, buy into life insurance. So, because my mother is so sick, and they were like, you got to get life insurance now. You're young, and they were just advising me, being parents, and I was like, all right, yeah. So I pay like $15 a month or some shit like that for a couple of $100,000 and shit. So like, if I go, like, they don't have to worry. This entire house paid off. Debts paid off. Like it's they'll be in good hands.
And so, I don't. Maybe someone in the audience knows this, Johnny, but I don't know if it's a Pennsylvania thing. But we've encountered this because when I moved here, Kelly was a widow. She had a husband before me, but he had cystic fibrosis, and he died very, very young. He actually died earlier than he was supposed to. And since my mom was on the West Coast, her husband's mom kind of became surrogate grandma to all of our kids. So Kelly was very close with her mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law passed away. And what we found out is better than anything else you could leave your family, property, jewelry, whatever, life insurance, at least in the state of Pennsylvania and maybe other places, is the most untouchable from taxes. So, you get taxed on all this shit when you inherit it or you get it, right? But life insurance has this shield of armor around it where they can't get at it. So it's a very good thing to leave behind to your kids or wife, whatever, life responses. Who said something? I haven't said the Michael person I'm going to be taken care of for a long while. Yeah, right, Gary, right. She lost a husband. Hey. Not only to me, Diego, but I wooed her ass from 2,500 miles away in a chat room. We call that game, boy.
Yeah.
All
That's
right?
serious. That's serious game right there.
To quote Ice Cube, bitch, I got so much game, I need a referee, all right? So don't even come at me with that, James Pershing. I am golden there, all right? I'm an MVP there. Thank you. And she had to pay for her house when I moved here. Thank you. Good day, sir. You think that's actually very good. That's great. So think about that. All those guys out there, if you haven't been thinking about as far as like good ways to help your family out, that the tax man can't get at all your shit, life insurance is a good way to go.
Yeah, man.
She was twisted and said, "Screw it." Yeah, that might almost be true, Gary. That might almost be true. Here's the thing. Here's my last beer therapy story because I can think of it. We're both in the chat rooms. This is the mid-'90s, right? Just the beginning of the internet. And chat rooms is how you met. And I was single. So I was working 3 different girls. I was getting ready to fly to Houston and have a good time with this girl that was in a failing marriage. But the one that I really wanted, I've always had a slightly older woman than me, like King. And I was 30, and this woman was 36, and she was living in Japan with her husband, but wasn't digging him, and she was from Michigan, but also lived in Arizona, in Sedona, Gary. And she and I were going to literally meet in Sedona and have just a fucking, a great buttery papusa weekend is what we were going to have. And then Kelly was going to come out to Pennsylvania, and she knew I was going to meet this girl, and she's like, "You can't go meet that girl if you're going to come out here with me." So I was like, "Oh, all right, I won't go meet the girl."
Okay.
That was my one regret. That thing was so on like Donkey Kong. It was a done deal. It was just a matter of us being in the same place. But I didn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did. Chat room superhero like
I did some. I kind of had a similar thing going around, with a couple different girls. But then, you end up who you end up with,
That's right. And I'm not. Yeah, I'm very happy with my choices.
Oh yeah.
But I'm also a realist, Johnny. And if she dies, I'm going to fucking. And I've got my checklist. All the ethnicities I didn't get to fucking in my 20s and 30s, they're going to be lined up. And that's what I'm getting first.
Okay.
So all you African American girls, watch out, because Fat Sugar Daddy is coming. He's coming to butter the paposa, baby. That's the way it's going to be going on. I got money.
I don't know if I would do that. I think I would just be in a infinite loop of sorrow while I raise the kids to be the best they can be. And I would probably be like Rocky, in the movie in Rocky Balboa when he visits like the grave.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he visits Adrian.
Outside the beef?
Yeah, no. Okay. He goes and he sits with Adrian like at the tombstone. Like I think that would be me. I'm pretty sure that would be me. And like I would envision like me doing that, and then my wife being like, "Shut up, you're talking too much," because she tells me that now. Like when she comes home, it's like because I didn't see her all day, like and it's always been like that. And like I feel like that's how it would be,
Johnny, this is a hypothesis. I don't know this to be true, but I'm guessing pussy and liquor can help put some grief away for a little while. That's a guess. What is that? That's I'm just being real, James. Another reason why I have to go first because I'll spend that money that's meant for the kids. Yeah, because I ain't going for that, alley pussy. All right, I'm getting me some good Escort Nevada pussy. That's where I'm going.
There you go, Barbara.
That's exactly right, Alderman. Oh.
Yeah, same. I would make sure like they get through high school and get them just on the right path, and like that would be my focus. That would be like my life's goal. Well, actually, it is kind of like my life's goal and focus now. Nothing would change. It was just I would have to just take everything on myself. Like everything on myself, and I gotta learn how to do hair.
I'm not wired to take everything on myself.
Neither am I. I'm not. I'm a very like stay behind the scenes, help things move along kind of guy. I'm not. Even when I was working right in my job, I was like, look, I'll do all the work as long as you take all the credit, and that way they can look at you and not look at me. I'm happy to stay behind here, and put in the hours in the computer. I was always like that. And my bosses love me for that because they would like I would do like all the work and stuff like that, and they would like get all the praise, and I'm like, good, you get all the praise, and I'm gonna go home, and that was it. I don't care, as long as I got paid, I was fine. But yeah, I have to learn how to do girls' hair because right now all I know how to do is a ponytail. So whenever like I get the kids ready in the morning,
I got 3 daughters and I still don't know how to do a ponytail.
I don't know how to do a braid. I don't know how to do like curls. Like I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So like whenever I get my daughter ready in the morning for school, she takes a shower, I put fresh clothes on her, and I put her hair in a ponytail, and I send her off, and that's it.
Yeah.
And today she's like, Dad, can you do something different other than ponytail? I said, no, I can't. I don't know how to do it. I was like, I don't know. I felt like I was in Talladega Nights. Like, I don't know what to do with my hands, like I was like, ponytail, go. That's it. Just be happy. Just be happy you're clean and you have clean clothes and your teeth are brushed and you're fed breakfast and you have your lunch and get out the door. Like, go, get out of here.
No doubt. Just so you know, guys, we're not going a full 2 hours tonight. We'll probably go like hour and a half. If you have coin requests, remember, DM me. Like if you not coin requests, but like if you were given a coin and somehow the coin hasn't made it to you, we still need to fulfill those promises.
I feel like I sent it to. I feel like I didn't send it to like maybe like 2 or 3 people. You're making it sound like there's like 50 people waiting for coins. It's not like that many. There's not that many.
Okay, there might not be many because every time I say I don't have a coin, everyone jumps out of the fucking woodwork bragging about their coin. So you might be right, but there are a couple. There are at least a couple, including the fucking co-host. All right, so. But if they're out there, we'll get Johnny to send those coins out and make sure that our therapy slates are clear, so we're not haunted in the afterlife.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the channel's still gonna be here. You guys can leave comments and stuff like that, and on the past shows and this show and all that stuff. So like, fully reachable. Like DMs are always open. I'm not going anywhere. It's not like. it's not like I'm not that far away, you know. It's a show. I'm a short, you know.
We're like Voltron. That's why we didn't do the show by ourselves.
Yeah,
we're better combined. You know, they know how to get a hold of us on our own. But if they wanted to, they would have done it already. It's the therapy that's going to be gone, not our fucking asses. It's the concept, the idea of what could happen, you know, on a Wednesday night. That's what's going to suck. That part, because you never know what could happen. Shamans and shit appear, and you never know what was going down.
Yeah.
No, fuck the show. Well, there you go, Eric. There you go. Show ends and you're dead to us. I fully expect it, Gary. Hey, let's be honest. The beard world, man, there is no time for reminiscence. Let's move on, and I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah. It's just to move on to the next two doofuses that do a live and act silly. You know, that's what they'll go to, and I'll be there too. You know, like if I have a job and I'm working, and there's a show going on, and I could be there in the comments, yeah, I'd be there. I'd be there in the comments in a heartbeat. You know, I just wouldn't be able to. You know what I'm looking for though? I'm looking for the kind of job where I literally am just sitting there for a couple of hours overnight, not really doing a lot, you know, maybe flipping a switch, checking a hallway or something, and then doing absolutely I'm looking for the most minimalist, you know, kind of level of responsibility that's possible. If I can do that, I'd be okay. I'd be happy. Maybe I could do the live right from the job. Now I'll get fired, but I'll definitely be able to be in some lives, you know, not in on screen, but like, you know, watching and commenting and being taking part. I always find that fun too. Whenever like I'm bored and stuff like that, and I have nothing to do. I'm like, was there live tonight? Is there live? I jump in, you know, and heavily into the comments and stuff like that. So like it's a great pastime, man. The lives and all that these guys put together, it's a great pastime. Yeah. I love all the shows, and we have such a variety. You know, there's so many people doing lives and stuff like that. You can always find someone to watch. Oh yeah, I wouldn't work at Walmart. I wouldn't work at Walmart. Walmart, they work you too hard over there. I can't. Especially like if I have to deal with like other people and their speed and stuff like that. I can't do that. The way the job market is, you can pretty much choose whatever you want. There's no like settling right now. Like if you want a job, all you have to do is drop your resume and say you're interested, and they'll call you with offers. So like, you know, it's just like, it's very easy. You can pretty much get whatever job you want to get right now. Like it's there's no like, oh, maybe they'll call me, maybe they won't call me. No, when you drop an interest, you drop your resume, at least when I drop my resume, and you know, I say, hey, I'm interested in that, I get a call back literally within the day. Within the next day, they're in my voicemail. You know, that's how it is for me. I don't know. It's just like anything I choose, they you know, just the way it is.
Johnny, I don't mean to change the topic here, but I got frickin' crack talking shit, and I've got to address it. Okay? Persian says, Kennedy, we should start a live where we just make fun of Joe once a week. And Kennedy has the fucking balls to reply. We would have lots of content. I missed it. Where did it go? We have plenty of content, James. James, I tell you what. Save yourself the heartache and bring on a wax statue, because I had Eric Kennedy on air, and that's how interactive he was. All right? Just bring on a blow-up doll. Bring on a fucking mannequin, because you're running that show solo if you think you're doing a show with Eric Kennedy. He can wear his vintage shirt all he wants, but that's all he's going to say is whatever's on his fucking T-shirt. So you go right ahead, my friends. You run that fucking live on that song.
Oh man! Oh, yeah, you guys. Oh man!
I got a better idea. got a better idea, James. Why don't you have a 3-man live where it's you, Eric, and fucking Josh Rex? That ought to be a who? That ought to be a fucking. You would get so damn sick of your voice, James. You'd quit after the first week. Oh shit! Hey, you have not sat in this seat, sir. You have not sat in this seat. Don't give me your shit. Oh, and Johnny knows because he sat in this seat. Rob, I don't know if he's older or not. I think he's closer to Denver, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. I do not know. Kate, I totally believe you could. I totally believe you could. And you can carry the ball of chain that is Eric Kennedy, the silent partner, literally with you. I strap him on your back. Yeah,
oh my God.
Oh, that was coin worthy, James, but fuck you. I'm not giving it to you. That was good, Jimmy. That was good, Jimmy.
Man. Oh, I don't have my inhaler.
Oh, jeez.
Do I?
Oh, I missed the joke. Oh.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. Whew. Oh, that was too much. That was too much.
I just got it.
Oh, my God.
Well, I got to tell you, JG, with a good laugh like that and a good line and a counter repost there by James, I think for me that's a good time to call it.
All right.
So to all the dudes in the audience, thank you for being with us as long as you had and making the show what it was. It's been super fun and super special. And like Rob Acker said, lots of very cool memories that I know will be popping up from me time to time from the Wednesday nights we shared together. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing. Thank you, everyone who's here and been here from the beginning, and I really appreciate all of you. All the the jokes and the chat and everything like that, and the things that the show have taken a life on with the coins and stuff like that, and it's just it's been a really fun time. We just feel like almost 3 years so it's pretty awesome, and just watching everything take a life on its own, and it's like bittersweet that it's ending, but yeah, it's yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss it.
All right,
I'm definitely gonna miss it. All right, so I'll catch you guys later. See you next time.
Take care, everyone.